take the first step and keep going, even when nobody else understood. Validation seeking is one of the biggest distractions on the road to success. Every moment spent explaining your goals to others is a moment that could be spent working on them. Every conversation seeking approval is a distraction from the real work that needs to be done. The time and energy spent trying to convince others could be used to sharpen skills, gain knowledge, and make progress. The people who achieve greatness do so because they refuse to let the opinions of others slow them down. They trust the process and they trust themselves. True confidence does not come from external validation. It comes from knowing deep inside that you are capable. It comes from understanding that your dreams are real, even if no one else believes in them yet. It comes from putting in the work every single day, not for applause, not for recognition, but because you know that you are building something great. When you truly believe in yourself, you no longer need anyone else to believe in you. There is freedom in letting go of the need for validation. It allows you to move with purpose instead of hesitation. It gives you the power to take risks, to make mistakes, to learn, and to grow without fear of judgment. It keeps you focused on what actually matters: progress, discipline, and execution. Success is not about being liked or approved of. It is about being consistent and committed, no matter who is watching. Many people will not understand your journey, and that is okay. It is not their journey to understand. Some will doubt you, some will criticize you, some will question why you are even trying. But when you stop seeking validation, none of that matters. You become unstoppable because you are no longer controlled by the opinions of people who are not walking your path. The only thing that matters is that you keep moving forward, keep working, and keep believing in yourself, even when no one else does. In 10 p.m. April 3rd, 2025, Zafarala Kambalachon 2345. Hard work is the most underrated and misunderstood tool for success. In a world where people are looking for shortcuts, easy routes, and quick wins, those who truly succeed know that there is no substitute for effort. Hard work is the secret weapon that separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is what turns potential into reality, what transforms talent into greatness, and what builds lasting success. Most people want success, but they are not willing to do what it takes to get there. They admire the results, but do not want the process. They see the rewards, but ignore the years of effort, struggle, and sacrifice that went into achieving them. The truth is, success is built in the dark, in the hours that nobody sees, in the relentless pursuit of improvement when there is no immediate gratification. Hard work is what happens when no one is watching, when there is no applause, when there is nothing but pure determination to keep going. It is easy to wish for success. It is easy to talk about goals, to make plans, to visualize a better future, but none of that matters without action. Hard work is the difference between those who make progress and those who stay stuck. It is the unglamorous, repetitive, disciplined effort that most people are not willing to commit to. It is the hours spent learning, practicing, refining skills, and pushing past comfort zones. It is the ability to show up every day, even when motivation fades, even when results are not immediate, even when obstacles make it seem impossible. People often underestimate the power of consistency. They think success comes from one big moment, one breakthrough, one lucky opportunity. But real success is built on the back of countless small efforts, repeated over and over again. It is waking up earlier, staying later, doing the extra work, and refusing to quit when things get tough. It is about putting in the hours when others are resting, staying focused when others are distracted, and being disciplined when others are making excuses. Hard work is not just about physical effort, it is also about mental toughness. It is about pushing past self-doubt, overcoming fear, and silencing the negative voices that try to convince you that you are not capable. It is about developing the resilience to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow, even when failure happens, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It is about believing that effort will eventually pay off, that every small step is building something greater, that persistence will always win over time. Most people give up too soon. They start something with excitement, but the moment it gets difficult, they look for an easier way out. They let frustration, disappointment, or doubt convince them to stop. But those who succeed understand that hard work does not always bring immediate rewards. The results are not always visible right away. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening, like all the effort is wasted. But success is not about instant gratification. It is about planting seeds and trusting that with enough care, patience, and effort, they will grow. Hard work creates opportunities. It opens doors that talent alone never could. It builds confidence, skill, and a mindset that cannot be shaken by temporary setbacks. It separates those who are willing to do what it takes from those who only talk about success. It is what allows people to turn obstacles into stepping stones, to transform failures into lessons, and to keep moving forward no matter what challenges arise. Those who truly commit to hard work do not need to look for success. Success finds them. Confidence is not about talking, boasting, or proving yourself to others. True confidence is quiet. It does not need validation, it does not need approval, and it does not need to be announced. It is built through execution, through consistent effort, through proving to yourself that you are capable. People who are truly confident do not waste time telling the world what they are going to do. They just do it. They put in the work, and when success comes, it speaks louder than any words ever could. The mistake many people make is thinking confidence comes from what they say. They believe if they talk big, if they tell enough people about their plans, if they get enough support, they will feel more confident. But confidence does not come from words. It comes from action. It comes from putting in the hours when no one is watching, from struggling through failures and setbacks and still pushing forward. It comes from discipline, from effort, from taking real steps toward a goal instead of just imagining it. Confidence is built in private, in the moments when nobody else sees. It comes from experience, from repetition, from facing challenges head on and proving to yourself that you can handle them. People who are confident do not need to announce their success before it happens because they already know they are on the right path. They do not need constant reassurance from others because they have already reassured themselves through hard work. They do not need to convince anyone of their greatness because their results will speak for them. A person who truly believes in themselves does not waste time explaining. They do not get caught up in proving people wrong. They do not feel the need to debate, defend, or seek approval. They are too focused on the work, too locked in on their goals, too busy taking action. Their confidence comes from knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is moving them closer to success. They do not panic when things do not go their way because they trust the process. They do not let failure shake them because they know failure is just part of the journey. The loudest people in the room are often the least confident. They rely on words because they have not yet put in enough work to rely on results. They try to prove themselves through noise instead of effort. But real confidence is quiet. It does not need to be advertised. It does not need to be performed. It is not about impressing others. It is about knowing who you are, knowing what you are capable of, and showing up every day to do the work no matter who is watching. Confidence without execution is just arrogance. Talking about success without working for it is meaningless. The people who go the farthest in life are not the ones who spend time announcing their goals, but the ones who spend time achieving them. They understand that confidence is not built by saying you will do something. It is built by actually doing it, day after day, until success becomes inevitable. The most powerful form of confidence is when others can see it in your actions, in your results, in the way you move. It does not need an introduction. It does not need a speech. It does not need to be explained. People recognize it without a word being spoken because real confidence is undeniable. Success is not about making noise, grabbing attention, or trying to impress people. It is about discipline, focus, and putting in the work every single day. Too many people waste time talking about their plans, explaining their dreams, and trying to prove themselves before they have done anything. But the truth is, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is execution. The only thing that matters is getting up every day and doing what needs to be done, no matter who is watching, no matter how long it takes, no matter what obstacles come along the way. The most successful people understand this. They know that success does not come from public declarations, but from private discipline. They put their heads down and work while others are busy looking for shortcuts. They grind while others are talking. They stay focused while others are distracted. They do not waste energy trying to convince anyone of their potential because they know that results will speak for them in the end. When the time is right, when the work has been done, success will make the noise.